Okay, so just we're recording, just so I'll post it to make sure everybody else can see this, just the things I'm going to talk about. But number one, I want to make this as easy as possible. So, I mean, not easy, but make sure everybody gets in everything that they need to get in. If you saw the emails, I've gotten a lot of emails about people like, oh, the grades are messed up when everything's open in Top Hat. Like it looks like things aren't done, or you got a 0 on something. Well, I closed them; they're still closed, so it should be correct. So hopefully you've been able to check that. And if there are problems, or if you're like, this doesn't make sense, or I've got more absences than I should, or things like that, definitely email me. A lot of people have emailed me. And we'll figure it out. I'm going to open, the other thing, I'm going to open everything back up in Top Hat, all the chapters, all the in-class labs, and the workouts. Well, I never really close the workouts, but so if there are things you haven't done, like when I closed it and you're like, oh, I didn't do chapter 6 or in-class lab 7, well, then do those this week. I'm basically going to wait till the end of finals on next Thursday, to close it, and then give you guys another chance to check your grades again, because I don't have to submit grades till Monday. Monday of whatever I can tell you. Let me make sure Monday the 10th, no, 11th. That's when I have to submit grades. So that week, like after Thursday, the end of finals, that weekend, you guys can check again if there are problems, and I'll email you guys on this. If there are problems, you can email me again, be like, hey, I thought I did this, or why isn't this showing up? Because there can be problems, especially when we haven't been talking. So that, hopefully that clears the Top Hat stuff out. Like you guys are gonna be able to do it. Now the final, super easy. I just posted it on one of my classes, and I'll post on everybody else's stuff on Top Hat. So this will be on Top Hat. It's just going to be, you got four choices. You can do a 5K, so that's 3.1 miles. You can do a 10K, which is 6.2 miles. Or if you're in the half marathon class or in any other classes, you're really into it, you want to do the 13.1, I say go for it. You don't have to do it all at the same time. You could split it up a couple days, things like that. I'm going to leave it up to you on how you guys want to complete that. If you want to do it all at once, I just would make sure you're prepared to do something like a 13.1 mile run. And we can talk about that if you wanted to email me or talk to me separately. So those are three. And the fourth choice is a Murph. And if you guys know, probably some of you guys have heard it, what a Murph is, or the Murph workout is. It's, I actually have to look at it again, but Jessica, you can tell me if I'm right. It's a mile run.
Yeah.
You know it?
Yeah, I've done it. It's a mile run, and then 100 pull-ups, 100 sit-ups, and then 100 push-ups, and then another mile run at the end.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's the Murph. Now, you don't have to do all those things. You can break it up into really, I don't really care. You can break it up to whatever division of that you want. I mean, one of the things I suggested was a half mile and then 40 of each of those things. So 40 pull-ups, 40 push-ups, 40 squats, and then another half mile run. Now, pull-ups might be a problem for a lot of us. We might not have a place to do pull-ups. So I said, and you'll see this in Top Hat, I said, substitute, do crunches, do mountain climbers, do jumping jacks, do something else instead of a pull-up. Everything else we should be able to do just with body weight. So again, this is mostly to just get us out there, get us moving, especially, I know we've all been cooped up. I was talking to people on Facebook on this because I'm a personal trainer. And of course that's been all messed up, but I've been sitting a lot more than I usually do. I'm usually running around like you guys in college, usually running around on my feet all day. But I definitely noticed, I know my hips, my everything's been tight. And so I go to work out, it's kind of a mess. Plus, I don't know about the rest of you guys, I'm usually quite motivated, that's what I do. But oh gosh, my motivation has been some days been better, but other days it's just been like, I don't want to do anything today. And so sometimes I just don't. So one of the things I think I bring that up is for you guys is that's totally normal. And adults have been feeling that. I mean, maybe you see some people who are like, oh, I'm in the best shape ever, and I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm reading all these books, and I think that's unusual. It's mostly, I think, people struggling a bit. So that's why I want to give you guys as much, not leeway. Leeway is not the right word, but working with you. So like if somebody reaches out to me and is like, hey, I need some help, or I got behind or something like that, I am happy to work with you to figure that out and get you where you need to be at the end of the semester, knowing how difficult it's been and everything. So that will be when I post this, and I email like this final email, not this final, but an email talking about this final. Want you guys to know that. So yeah. Anything else? I know there's stuff on Canvas. We just did the module 15. Somebody emailed me and was like, I missed that. And so I just said, hey, you emailed me, that's okay. So I said I can extend that out. But that was due last night at midnight, and that's a big one. So I'll just, for however many, I don't even know how many people are on here. There's 8 of us. Any questions, concerns, thoughts about the summer, things like that? Anything I can help you guys with?
I have a question. How are we logging the final, whatever we choose to do?
Yeah, good question. So I put, how we've been in like there's a discussion in all these workouts that I've been posting.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put, I say like just put what you did. Say I did the 10K. I say how, so you'll type that. Then how long it took you to do it. Maybe I did it over 2 days, whatever. It doesn't matter. But just sort of an explanation. How long. And then I'm asking to take pictures for the races or for the running. It's every mile. For the Murph, it's every section. So the 1 mile, the push-ups, the sit-ups, or whatever it is, some kind of, and email those to me.
Like a picture of my Fitbit or something that shows it.
Your phone? Would you bring your phone or no?
Yeah, probably.
So just your phone. Okay. You could just take a picture and email it to me. Whatever. Take a picture, nature of you. Take a selfie. Just have a little fun with it. I mean, it's I know Jessica took my class as she's taking the elective class this year, but we had a race we did together. Typically we do these races together, and it's a lot of fun. And so I know you guys can't do that, or we can't do that, which is a bummer. So if we can at least connect, and at the end, my hope is to somehow put these pictures up. So just know that. And like we can all look at, what things people did at the end. So, that's my hope. Something fun we can remember our class by. So good question, but you'll see that. And so just that, like logging and those pictures, that's it. That's going to be what I say you did it. Any thoughts, concerns? Okay, jump in if you want to, but I'll say one last thing and then get you guys off, because I know you love Zoom meetings. Just this summer, I don't think much is going to change this summer. I mean, I think we're going to open, I think a lot of businesses will open up, and I'm really hoping for, UNCW in the fall. I'm pretty hopeful that will be open, though we don't know anything. Us teachers don't know anything. We do know that if anybody's taking summer classes, that definitely session 1 is going to be online. So session 1 is like the end of May or sometime in May through June. And session 2 is like July to mid-August. Session 2, who knows? Let's hope they move to in-person on session 2 so they can kind of get ready for whatever happens in the fall. Sort of on that, I don't think, I'm thinking big lectures are going to be online. I can't imagine they're going to put 100, 200 people in a lecture hall anytime soon. So, that will be what it will be. Hoping my classes go, in person because it makes it a lot better. But try to keep moving, try to learn a little, just keep moving, get outside. We're lucky we live in North Carolina, not in like New York City or some big city that they're telling people to stay inside. Outside is good. So I definitely get outside. Sure, wear a mask, be safe, but it's so important to move. And for us, I think there's no reason to be really fearful. It seems to be that healthy people come through this fine. There's exceptions. Of course, we have to think, like I have to think of my parents. People might have to think of their grandparents. But, I don't think fear's not a good place to be on this. So be hopeful. We can get through this. And, like if you guys ever have questions on like, hey, I'm starting to have some knee problems or some different kinds of problems, or I just am having no motivation. You have my email. You can always reach out to me. Really encourage you to do that. I will definitely eventually get back to you. Sometimes you might have to send me two, but in the summer it'll probably be a lot easier. This semester was definitely a challenge for us all. So thank you. Unless you have any more questions, you'll see I'm going to go right into Top Hat for each of the classes now and post that sort of final. And then I'm going to email you guys tonight and say, hey, it's up there. This is basically everything you need to do, but it's going to be in Top Hat. And, again, email, communicate. Keep communicating if there's problems. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the fall. Thanks, guys.